Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to a brand new video. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. In today's video, we're going to be going over one major update and feature that Rockstar confirmed during a recent interview about GTA 6 that is going to be extremely important in the way that we should focus on GTA 6 and also be able to understand how it is going to differ from GTA 5. Now, over the years, the gaming industry has really been shifting towards an online-only functionality in pretty much every game that does come out, and Rockstar Games wants to stay true to their original format of a single-player campaign, but they also want to merge things together with online, which is why they're going to be doing something very interesting inside GTA 6 that you may not have expected. So we're going to be going over exactly what that is and all of the other details you need to know from the interview in today's video. So we're going to be getting into all of that in just a quick minute here, but first off, if you haven't already, be sure to drop a like rating on this video to show your support, as well as subscribe down below for more daily videos just like this. But first off, here is today's shout out of the day, and right after went to the actual video. So today's shout out of the day goes to a really awesome website known as CaseCo. Now, CaseCo has a wide selection of all different types of cases for all the different phones out there, including the brand new iPhone 12 series, and they also offer screen protectors and other accessories as well. Right now, they are holding a 25% off mega sale across everything on their website, so click the first link in the description down below and see their awesome selection of products today. But with that being said, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. So a couple of days ago, Rockstar Games went out of their way and they did something they do very rarely, and that is a public interview. For a company that stays so private and is very secretive of all their data and internal documents, Rockstar Games usually doesn't provide any kind of public statements, especially to the media, but this is one of those rare cases where they did an interview with a publication. Now, the interview itself was actually super interesting to read, and I will leave a link to it in the description down below if you are interested in checking it out. The bulk of the interview was about the recently released Cayo Perico DLC, and the fact that the entire DLC was developed 100% from home across Rockstar's distributed team. A lot of the stuff they talk about in that article is how the DLC came into fruition and all of the behind the scenes work that went into it, which was really interesting to read, but quite possibly the most interesting part is where they foreshadowed a little bit into GTA 6 and what we can expect from it. Now, as I'm sure most of you are aware, over the years, Rockstar Games has really been focused only on GTA Online, while single player has really been put on the back burner. Rockstar Games really realized that online is where players want to spend their time, and it is also the best place to make money because they're able to keep the game free, but they're also able to make reoccurring revenue in a sense, with them releasing new GTA Online DLC and also having shark cards to top up on cash. Now, inside the recent Cayo Perico GTA Online DLC update, there was a feature announced and released with this DLC that many people didn't really think twice about. And that feature is, of course, the ability to play the Cayo Perico DLC entirely in single player instead of having to play it with other people. The Cayo Perico update is almost like a single player DLC and also an online DLC combined into one. Now, the reason why I mention that is because during this interview that we are discussing, Rockstar Games did say that they are likely going to be combining the two entities into one inside GTA 6. Now, they didn't explicitly say GTA 6, however, it definitely was insinuated. Now, this is something that I personally have been discussing for quite a while now, and I'm honestly not too surprised they did announce it, but it honestly is pretty cool to see Rockstar kind of admit something that I have been expecting for a while now. So I do believe inside GTA 6, you are likely going to be able to play the entire story inside an online lobby, but also via a single player campaign, just like you were able to before. It is going to be the best of both worlds inside one game. Now, one of my biggest gripes with playing GTA Online is that your character does not have any voice, and Rockstar Games really tries their best to try to overcome this, and the script writing for other characters and NPCs is definitely very good and some of the best I have seen inside an online game. However, I do believe that one of the biggest things with GTA 6 is just adding some voice options for a character, and while each character is not going to have their own voice, that is simply impossible, I think it would be really good to have around 10 different voices that we can choose from 10 different voice actors to make things a little bit more realistic and just like a single player game. I would love to hear your thoughts about this specific suggestion in those comments down below. Do you think the lack of a voice for your own GTA Online character takes away some of the immersion, or do you really not care about it? So I definitely think that Rockstar is on the right track with the way that they're imagining GTA 6 and the way the game is actually going to play out, because if they're going to spend the money and develop a single player campaign, I do believe it is going to be smart to implement it into GTA Online, because right now you have GTA 5 and 99.8% of people, whenever they load in, head straight into online because single player is not really being utilized anymore. And in fact, once the PS5 and the Xbox Series X versions of GTA 5 release sometime next year, those versions are actually going to be split into two separate types. You're going to have the regular version, which includes single player and online, and then you're going to have a new version for a discounted price that is going to include online only. It's definitely going to be very interesting to see the sale numbers on those, and I also think it is going to give Rockstar a good outlook about what the community wants and what they can do further with GTA 6. So I personally think it is definitely going to be a good idea, and we have seen this before in a sense from other developers in the past. For example, in Watch Dogs 2, I remember that a lot of the single player missions kind of had an online aspect to them where you're able to run in with other online players while doing a quote-unquote single player mission. So kind of merging the two worlds between online and single player is kind of going to be the name of the game, and I do believe that Rockstar Games is going to start a trend here, and other games are going to do it as well. So I would love to hear your thoughts in those comments down below regarding this. What questions do you have about this? Do you have any doubts? What are your first impressions? And overall, what are your thoughts about merging single player and online with a future GTA title? Let me know your thoughts in those comments down below, because I really want to hear from you guys. And also, if you want to check out the interview that I mentioned throughout this video, I will make sure to leave a link to it in the description down below. Again, it mainly focuses on the brand new Cayo Perico update, but it goes over some really awesome details that you may not know of, and Rockstar Games doing interviews is a pretty rare scenario, so I highly recommend you go ahead and check that out. But either way, that is pretty much going to wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new, let me know by dropping a like rating on this video, as well as subscribe down below with those bell notifications on so you're always notified whenever I upload a brand new video. Thank you again for tuning in today, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video just like this. But until then, have an awesome day, and I'll be sure to talk to you guys then.